So an AVE, which stands for Advertising Value Equivalent, is basically assuming that the value of earned media or editorial coverage equals the cost of advertising. Okay, and fundamentally the cost of advertising doesn't equal the value of advertising, and nor does the value of PR equal the cost of advertising. In some cases, PR may be worth a great deal more. For example, if the editorial coverage conveys endorsements about a product or a service or a company, or frankly may be worth way less. If the article was terrible, why would it be worth what it would have cost to buy that space if you had preferred, in fact, that the space never happened in the first place? There are a number of different levels, if you will, you measure PR. One is the level called media. So in the media you got, did you get the messages you want to say? And those messages tending to be the ones that drive consumer behavior toward what you are trying to achieve. Did you achieve a greater share of voice, let's say, than your competitors? Was it a good article in terms of, did you get a spokesperson endorsing your product? So that's sort of one level of measurement. The second level is really to look at how consumer behavior has changed and how that in turn drives sales. And so PR is really taking its lessons in that regard from advertising. So in the same way that advertising doesn't value itself in terms of what it's spent, but instead in terms of how it drives sales or how it drives consumer behavior, that's exactly what PR is doing. PR is evolving toward measuring itself by, did it have an effect on sales? Did it change people's minds? Are people doing things differently? Do they understand something different than they did before? And it's answering those questions in the same way that a company might use an ad tracker to track that among consumers, or market mix modeling and analytics like market mix modeling that get at how does advertising drive business results. We're doing the same thing in PR right now. I think where it's headed is it's catching up to advertising, and it's catching up to other forms of marketing like direct mail, in-store couponing, and some of the other channels that drive consumer behavior. And what that really means is those marketing disciplines have been in the analytics business a long time. They use sophisticated, for the most part, analytical models to understand how, when they vary the amount of advertising or direct mail or in-store promotions, how that in turn drives purchase. And PR is heading that way. So 5 years from now, I think we'll have very clear standards and accepted approaches and data collection techniques that allows PR to measure itself just like advertising does, just like direct mail does, just like any other consumer response vehicle does. And so that all the marketing channels, public relations included, begin to measure themselves on an equal footing and on a very consistent basis.